All right, guys, here's a recap of our lesson from Tuesday, September 1st. So obviously you can't do the chat, but what I want you to think about is with what we did last lesson in mind, what is the main area of self-perception that you would like to grow in this year? Would you like to see yourself as more confident, as more assertive, more honest? What does that look like for you? All right, so just some reminders. You should have done the self-perception activity with a family member and added that to your notes. Also with a friend. You should be in the process of recording your Flipgrid video and your responses. And then make sure you upload your self-perception photos or your OneNote link to Schoology. All right, I have added a folder to our Schoology page for ACT practice resources. If you click on that folder, it's the last white icon on the main page. There are two things in the folder. There's a registration link that shows what dates are available, how much that costs, all that good stuff. And then there is a red folder with practice questions for each subject area of the ACT. So my goal for you guys is to use your PLT time, maybe 20 to 30 minutes every day to do the practice ACT questions in that folder. All right, Escalera is starting up for the year. So remember, guys, this is a club for anyone who will be a first-generation college student. They have lots of great opportunities for scholarships, involvement in the community, college visits. Melissa is really great. She's very knowledgeable of financial aid. And she's also, she understands like the challenges that can come if you're not documented and you need some extra help with that. So please reach out to her if you have specific questions. If you would like to to apply, the registration deadline is September 28th, and that link is posted in the Schoology page. So definitely everyone should apply for that. And it is first come, first serve. So those spots will fill up very quickly. All right, so what I want you to do is open up your OneNote. And on the left where you can add a section, I want you to add a tutorial section to your e-binder, and we're going to take some focus notes on tutorials today. So your essential question is, how can the TRF help me articulate and present my point of confusion? So we're just going to go over the basics of the tutorial process, even though you guys are basically experts at this point. But next week, we are jumping into virtual tutorials, so some things will be a little different, and we'll go over that on Thursday. So remember, the basics of tutorials are that you fill out a form, you explain what you're confused about before coming into class, you have your point of confusion. You bring that form to class on tutorial day, and I'll grade you for your pre-work. And then you break out into small groups where you get help with the problem. And then at the end of class, you finish your reflection. So those are the main things. Guys, the TRF has changed this year, so we're going to go over specifically how to fill that out on Thursday. Okay, this is a video we watched. It is linked in the Synchronous folder in Schoology. If you need a good recap on what the tutorial process looks like, please go watch that. Okay, so for virtual learning, tutorials will be on Thursday. So just like when we were in person, you're going to come in every day with a point of confusion from one of your classes. Or if you're not struggling, you can get a question from the ACT practice folder on Schoology. And then I will sort you guys into breakout groups based on what subject your question is from. And you will click on a link in Schoology that will take you to your individual groups. And you guys are going to use the whiteboard feature to show your point of confusion, work, and steps like what we did in class. Okay? Just like when we were in class, group members are expected to take notes in OneNote. Okay? So those are the basics for virtual learning. All right, so these are the assignments that you need to be working on today and Wednesday. Upload notes